Are you chasing something? Striving to have the perfect tank? Perfect balance between fish? Chasing pH, nitrates, nitrites, and ammonia? Well, let's find out why that can make your life a little bit more difficult. Let's go! YouTube, it's Jay Wilson, JWill07, Instagram, Twitter, Jay Wilson on Facebook, NORTHFINUSA.com, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So what are we going to talk about? Well, you saw the little intro about chasing something. So I kind of wanted to go over some things that I think we chase too much, and it causes a lot of issues within your tank mentality, and the saneness of fish keeping is completely out the window. Yes, this is going to be something a little different. It's not going to be step 1, step 2, or a how-to, or a DIY, or just a review. This is going to be some advice. And I'm going to give you some examples. Too many times I find fish keepers, they're chasing after the unicorn fish. The fish that they see on the internet, or they've seen in a book, or through somebody that they have to have. But then when they get it, it's not the unicorn fish that they envisioned. Yes, it's the named fish. Let's use the Phoenichalis Tanzania Star Sapphire. Yeah, it's a lot to say. AKA the Star Sapphire. But when they get this fish, it doesn't have chips. The patience is completely lost in fish keeping nowadays, so we strive to get exactly what we want right then and there. Minus fish keeping is not like buying a car. You don't envision a red Corvette show up to the Chevy dealership and say, "Bada bing, I've got my red Corvette, yeah baby." No. You either pay top dollar and get somebody else's unicorn fish, or you purchase a fish at an affordable rate knowing it's coming from good stock, and you watch it develop into your unicorn fish. So think about it, especially with haps. If you're chasing this unicorn fish, sometimes you gotta have patience along with it. Sometimes it'll show up just as a horse and it develops itself into that unicorn fish that you've always wanted. That I can assure you. I promise you. Especially with large haps. So be patient. If you want the unicorn fish, purchase it, but be patient on its development. Don't throw it away, don't flush it, don't get rid of it, don't trade it, just because it took a little too long to develop. Sometimes the development process will amaze you with its end result. Another thing I see too much is we chase pH. pH is very important, but to what extent is it important? I see, well, I have to have 8.2, but you're at 8.1. Why are you chasing that 0.1? Honestly, in the controlled environment that you're doing, that 8.1 is going to be just as good as the 8.2. So don't get down on yourself. Ammonia is a 0, nitrites is 0, and anything under 40 ppm of nitrates is good. So if you're at 8.1, striving to get to 8.2 is going to be detrimental to the hobby for yourself. It's going to eat away at you. It's going to cause stress. It's going to cause a lot of questions being answered of why I can't get to this state, and you're going to get 100 different answers back. Some will tell you that it doesn't matter. Some will tell you that it's an absolute, and you'll find yourself stuck in the middle, torn, doing one of these, trying to achieve 8.2. Do yourself a favor if you're sitting there within a point or two, and I'm talking after the decimal, not 7.2 and you're okay. I'm talking 7.8, 0.9, 8.0, 1, 2, you're good. And this is for African cichlids, but you can relate this to just about any fish you keep. And finally, I wanted to talk to you about something that it's plagued me many times. I know it plagues a lot of you. And it's the balance of fish within our tank. Now, I'm not talking about stability of parameters. I'm talking about stability of these lunatic fish. Too many times we try to chase this balance. We remove, we put back in, we segregate, we put back in, we purchase more, we take some out. We spend a lot of time, money, effort, and sanity trying to figure out a balance of our tank. And I'll give you an example. My tank started as a mixed 220. I'll say mixed because it had some peacocks, some haps, and some predator haps. And there's some debate on what exactly is a predator hap or what is not a predator hap, but hear me out. I'm searching for that balance. I'm searching for that peaceful African cichlid tank. But the issue that I'm running into is when I kept peacocks and haps and predator haps together in the same tank, somebody was always getting picked on. When they got picked on, you immediately think it's something other than being picked on, which it can be because stress just unveils itself to a multitude of other issues, whether it's sunken belly or fin rot. I mean, all this stuff it's a catastrophic perfect storm. If your fish is stressed, its immune system is reduced. If its immune system is reduced and there's something that's been in your tank since day one, it can now attack your fish with vigor. So do yourself a favor. Instead of plugging and playing, find that balance. Find exactly what you're doing. In my case, maybe it is just going all predators. Maybe it is reducing the stress from all of these other fish, and just going straight predators, pound for pound, the same fighters, the same opportunistic eaters, sand sifters, etc., and just having them in the same tank, and maybe, just maybe, the ecosystem that I'm developing within a 220-gallon glass box will be much better than trying to fit the colors and the fish that I want to keep together. Maybe it'll be less stressful. It's been done many times and it shows to be true, and I think that's the rate I'm going to. Maybe an all-predator tank to find that balance that I'm searching for will be the right key. But just remember, with anything in fish keeping, nothing is 100% absolute. Nothing is perfect. Nothing will ever be exactly what somebody else says it is, because it is your tank, your fish, your routine, your hobby. You own it. You get the point? Stop chasing, create what you want to create, and do you, because fish keeping is all about individuals, and individuals come together to create this amazing community. I hope that you found this video somewhat entertaining and somewhat informative in terms of where you're at currently in this hobby. There's a 150 right next to you, and there's a 36-gallon A-Round nature tank behind you. Fish are coming soon, water's coming soon, substrate's coming soon. I need the fish in that bad boy, and it's going to be off and crazy of what we're doing. Wilson's Ridge from Universal Rocks is simply amazing. You'll see that in the next video. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw today. I thank you very much for the likes, dislikes, the shares, the reshares, the tweets. You know the rest. You know what's next. Holla! Chasing the unicorn fish, or maybe even the way your fish coexist. Are you trying to find the perfect balance? Balance? Really? It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and on TV. But where are those good old-fashioned values that we used to rely? Lucky there's a J. Wilson guy. I can't believe you stayed for that. Look, the Aquatic Lounge is off and running, and it is amazing. We've got 2,300 plus members. We're growing, we're doing raffles, we're doing things that Facebook groups were designed to do around fish keeping, and we're excited for it. We've changed our live video from Wednesday to Sunday because I have got a brand new schedule, and I'm really stoked about it. It's now a Monday through Friday job, and so I will now have Saturday and Sunday off, which helps tremendously with having a family. Yes, it does. I've done shift work for as long as I can remember, and this is just aligning perfectly, and we couldn't be more blessed to be in the position we're at. So check out the Aquatic Lounge, check out our live videos Sunday, 8 Central Time, where we talk about topics that you folks decide based upon how the hobby is moving within our group. You know, I'm so thankful for you staying tuned, and I hope you enjoyed the bloopers. Holla!